Now at 6 o'clock, our top story all morning long and really all weekend long. Lots of people in the region will see triple-digit temperatures today, tomorrow, and maybe again on Sunday. Rod's full forecast coming up.
And multiple evacuation orders have been issued for a new wildfire in Central Oregon. What do we know about that fire so far?
We mentioned the heat. Well, that means this year's Hood to Coast could be the hottest Hood to Coast ever. We're going to tell you how race organizers are preparing for the heat wave as we take this live look up at Timberline Lodge. Another wave of runners getting ready to take off as we kick off the 6 o'clock hour of sunrise.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us on your Friday. I'm Shiny.
And I'm Drew Carney. Also at the start line this morning, we have Rod Hill, ready for takeoff to tell us all about that those hot temperatures. Rod, we were counting them up earlier. For sure, 5 days in a row where we're calling it weather impact alert days.
Yeah, this now extends all the way through Tuesday. And basically, that's us telling you that Portland's at least going to be mid-90s or hotter every afternoon today through Tuesday. And we could realistically hit 100 today. We could do it again tomorrow, and we could actually do it again on Sunday. We think there could be record highs, 4 of them in a row today all the way through Monday. So lots of ways to impress upon you how hot this is going to be. Our heat impact alert, as we just mentioned, through Tuesday with at least mid-90s every day through that period of time. Heat exhaustion, especially on these 100-degree afternoons starting today, is a real thing if you don't stay hydrated and if you don't take a break when you start feeling fatigue or feeling your body getting overheated. Here is a look at Mount Hood again. I want to show you the temperature. Of course, the relay race has begun several hours ago at this point. It's 62 up there right now, and Portland is about the same. We're at 64 degrees. Here are the numbers. The heat warning will be in effect starting at 11 a.m. from the Weather Service, 85 at noon today. We could make a big jump and be 90 no later than 1 or 1:30 this afternoon. And we have a hot temperature around 100 degrees in the hours of 4, 5, and it could still be around 100 at 6 p.m. this evening. That is your update.
All right, thank you, Rod. We mentioned Hood to Coast, already underway this morning up there on Mount Hood.
This will be one of, if not the hottest Hood to Coast weekends ever. Sunrise reporter Thomas Schultz is covering the relay for us live on Mount Hood. So Thomas, we know it's not hot there this morning, but runners won't be able to escape the heat later today.
Yeah, it's coming, guys. Look, it's about 65 right here, windy now. But, of course, as you go down to the valley, get into the Portland area this afternoon, it's going to be pretty hot. We're joined by Dan Floyd now, one of the organizers of Hood to Coast. Dan, you've been telling us all week long some of the things that you've been doing to prepare. What for runners and for people out there watching the relay today should they know about what those preparations look like?
Well, first, they're clearly excited, as you've seen. So that's what they've got going for them, but we got to temper that a little bit. Obviously, hydrate now. Don't wait until it's hot. Slow the pace. We've been telling people we'll wait. We'll be at the beach all day Saturday. Take your time. Have a great time. Talk to people while you're out on your leg. Make sure that they're doing well. If people are struggling, if you're feeling ill, stop. That's it. But hydrate, slow the pace, just have a great time.
And I know as well that you guys have more ice packets and cold towels out at different exchange points.
Yeah, we've got so much help from great sponsors. Les Schwab's done a great job. They've deployed trucks for us today. They're putting ice at all the exchanges where it's going to be hotter, cooling rags, cooling vests. We've got first responders, great first responders that we've hired that are on roaming security for security purposes, for any emergency purpose, but also for any medical issue. And today that's going to be heat.
And where's that issue, or where's that point in the race that you guys are really starting to look at where heat could be an issue?
Yeah, I mean, you probably know from your station, but it's going to be from noon to about 8 p.m. But it's all really that Portland area. Each runner's going to run 3 legs. One's going to be cool. It's going to be up here in the mountains. Another one's going to be in the coastal mountain range. And then each runner's going to have one that's probably a little bit hotter. And that's when we're saying go hard for 2 of them, but that one, slow down. Just relax.
And I guess always important, you mentioned just take it easy, walk if you need to, but really a lot of it's just knowing your body as well in these temperatures.
Well, yeah, and the know your body, know how you feel, slow down if you need to, but realize this is a community event. It's about the experience. It's about connecting with people. It's not really about winning. Only one team wins, so know right now that you're here to have a good time.
Here to have a good time. And guys, we've also got some runners right here. They got a name that I want to share with you. How to lose a runner in 10 miles. This is a 200-mile relay, guys, so on track to lose a bunch of runners. How are we feeling today?
Feeling good.
right, they're ready. Obviously, they're also monitoring the heat as everybody else is up here. But all day long into tomorrow, these runners are going to be going strong from Mount Hood all the way to the coast. Guys?
Yeah, cool to see another wave of runners take off there. Thomas Schultz, he's not just reporter Tommy this morning, he's also runner Tommy. We'll have more on his Hood to Coast efforts coming up a little bit later here on Sunrise. Of course, beating the heat will be a goal for everyone around the area this weekend. Health officials say if you don't have air conditioning, you should have some other plan in place to stay cool. Local libraries are a good spot for people to catch a break from the heat. The main library in Beaverton is extending its hours, and Multnomah County says it may do the same for some of its libraries. Seniors are always among the most vulnerable when it comes to heat-related illness, but local health officials say it's really something everyone should be aware of.
A lot of us maybe don't think of ourselves as vulnerable to heat, but in an event like this where it stays hot at night and where it lasts for days and days, that's when all of us can start to have real vulnerability to heat illness and even death.
So here's a look at some of the warning signs of heat exhaustion: feeling faint, excessive sweating, nausea, and muscle cramps. Symptoms of heat stroke include headache, red hot skin, high body temperature, and a rapid pulse. Now keep in mind, heat stroke can also be life-threatening. So if you experience any of these symptoms, you should definitely take them seriously. Also, remember to check in on your neighbors this weekend, especially older ones who live alone. We do expect to hear later this morning on whether or not Multnomah County plans to open up any cooling centers.
And for more information during this extreme heat, just text the word HEAT to the number there on your screen, 503-226-5088, and we'll send you a link with a growing list of resources. Our other big story for today, the union representing several types of district workers in the Evergreen School District, including paraeducators and bus drivers, have voted to strike. So the strike is set for Tuesday, which is also the first day of class.
We can't live on what they're offering. I have paras that are working 3 jobs, going to food banks, different things like that. It's not fair that the top keeps getting big raises and we're expected to live on less and less every year.
And we've reached out to the district and are waiting to hear back. But yesterday, officials told us they plan to continue bargaining and hope to reach a deal before Tuesday. There's another mediation session planned for Monday.
Multnomah County is considering a plan to turn Cook Plaza in Gresham into a permanent day center and shelter village for the homeless. This space sits right along Southeast Stark near East Burnside, and it already serves as a temporary shelter during extreme weather. But the idea of making it a permanent homeless shelter has been met with some pushback from Gresham City councilors and people who live in that area.
This is a very densely populated neighborhood, and it's 2 blocks from Davis Elementary School. So I just think that it's kind of a fraught location for a lot of reasons.
According to Councilor Kathy Keithley, Multnomah County has agreed to put the plans on hold for at least a few months. Commissioners are expected to discuss the next steps early next month. We also want to let you know evacuation orders remain in place in Jefferson County this morning because of a new wildfire in Central Oregon. The Flat Fire is burning 7 miles west of Culver and southwest of Lake Billy Chinook. The latest update has it at an estimated 600 acres with about 24 homes under a level 3 go now evacuation orders and another 150 homes under either a level 1 or level 2.
All right, Rod, you are taking a look at heat exhaustion and heat stroke.
I do want to talk about the fire situation real quick. So all we really know at this point about that flat fire burning had to be human caused. There's no lightning in the area. And again, when we say human caused, that doesn't mean somebody's out there intentionally starting fires. Could have been an accidental spark from equipment or any number of things. I wanted to let you know that the next chance we have for lightning in our state is Sunday afternoon out in Harney and Malheur counties, including Burns out in southeastern Oregon. The next chance for widespread thunderstorm activity that would come with some scattered rain is Wednesday, Thursday of next week in central and eastern areas of our state. You know, so far we've been pretty fortunate this year that most lightning has come with big-time downpours, but there is a concern for dry lightning this coming Sunday in southeastern Oregon, and of course that really ups the ante on fire risk. Now, a reminder of heat exhaustion that can strike anybody, no matter how old, how young, how fit, how not fit, et cetera, et cetera. So if you're out in the heat, make sure you have a plan to keep hydrated. Again, we talked about this yesterday. Don't wait till you get thirsty. Drink before you go. Drink consistently on a regular basis as you're out in the heat of the day. And by all means, get hydrated, and take a break in the shade or AC if you start feeling exhaustion. And heat stroke is something that can turn deadly. You're urged to call 911 actually for medical assistance if you start feeling confusion along with dizziness. So take these health matters serious. This is going to be a long stretch of hot weather. We're going about a week starting today with temperatures expected to be at least 90 or better. Timberline, it's really a lovely weather up there this morning. I mean, it's just wonderful. It's 62, it's clear, there's not much wind, couldn't ask for better. But again, those runners for the Hood to Coast Relay will be coming into 90, even 100-degree temperatures here in the Willamette Valley later this afternoon. The coast, a little hazy this morning, but it basically is clear from our Snook Winds Casino Resort camera. It's 50. As much of the beach as not should hit 80 today and tomorrow. It's going to be some warm summer weather along the beaches. Portland, we're at 64. The heat warning from the Weather Service starts at 11 this morning. Our automated temperature plot puts us in the mid-80s at noon and shows we could be 91 as early as 1 o'clock. I think at least 90 no later than about 1:30 this afternoon. The wind direction is north-northeast, and that will help aid a rapid warm-up. This model shows 100 in Salem and Albany at 5 o'clock, Portland 99. We are projecting Portland to reach 100 degrees today, 102 tomorrow. Could be 100 on Sunday. We've got 99. All of those would be records, and the 96 on Monday would be a record. It is basically a week out, Thursday of next week, before we are forecasting a day in the 80s. And that is your update.